You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders protect their people and property with wisdom and clarity. Today, we're continuing with step 3 of our framework, What You Need. In this episode, we are talking about protections that many churches would rather not think about. Let's start the conversation with abuse and molestation coverage. If your church in Texas works with children, youth, or vulnerable adults, this coverage is essential. It only takes one accusation, true or false, to financially and reputationally devastate your ministry. Many insurers are cutting limits or refusing coverage altogether as claim sizes grow nationwide. Texas ministries face the same challenge, and the stakes are high. Abuse coverage on standard policies might offer some protection, but it often comes with small limits. It is important to make sure you know how defense costs are paid. If your limit is low and defense costs are inside that limit, you could be left high and dry if a judgment is rendered. Seek larger limits with defense costs contained under a separate limit to make sure a bad day doesn't turn into a bad future. Protection starts long before the policy kicks in. Here are 7 key things that every church should have in place to protect the children and youth in their care. Number 1, screen every volunteer and staff member with background checks, reference calls, and abuse prevention training. Number 2, keep 2 adult policies for every children's and youth activity. 3, use a documented check-in and check-out procedure so that kids always get back to whom they belong. Number 4, document attendance and room assignments. Number 5, use locked storage for any children's ministry records. Number 6, educate parents and leaders on grooming behaviors and early warning signs. And last but not least, review your policy exclusions to ensure both defense and indemnity are included for alleged abuse. A lawsuit here is not just about money. It is about trust. This is why a strong prevention plan paired with comprehensive coverage is one of the most important acts of stewardship a Texas church can take. A second coverage that many churches don't think about until it is too late is directors and officers insurance. Many Texas church boards are made up of unpaid volunteers who give their time out of love for the ministry. But if a financial or operational decision goes wrong, their personal assets can be at risk. A building loan dispute in Austin, a budget shortfall in Lubbock, or allegations of mishandled funds in San Antonio can all lead to lawsuits naming individual board members. D&O coverage defends against claims of mismanagement, breach of fiduciary duty, or failure to follow bylaws. Without it, a board member could face legal costs or judgments personally. You can protect your leaders by carrying D&O coverage with limits that match the size and complexity of your ministry, setting and maintaining audit practices for bank accounts, reviewing retirement planning programs for fiduciary responsibility standards, keeping thorough board meeting minutes and documenting decision-making processes, providing annual training on fiduciary responsibility and conflict of interest policies. When leaders know they are protected, they can make bold, wise decisions without the fear that a single vote could cost them their home or savings. Stewardship of the vulnerable is the highest calling of the church. If you aren't sure if your children's ministry or your dedicated volunteers are properly protected, connect with our church insurance team at insurancefortexans.com. You can also follow along with this series by downloading your free copy of The Promise of Certainty at thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. Until next time, remember, your church's mission is too important to leave to chance.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.